Hey everyone, it's Miki here, and I thought this time I'm going to talk a little bit about makeup. So, before I start, I just want to say that I dyed my hair, and it's a more brownish color, so I'm no longer blonde anymore, and I do miss being blonde, but I'll make this one work. I've got a photo shoot today, so I'm keen to upload photos to see how this hair will turn out. Okay, so makeup reviews. I've used a lot of makeup products. I started putting on makeup when I was like 5, because I was performing on the stage. I was playing the piano, so I had to put on a lot of makeup. But I guess I really started to explore makeup when I was maybe 13. So I've got a lot of experience, so I can help you out. So the first things first is skincare products. Now I will talk about that in another video, but pretty much you need really decent skincare products, because if you're one of those girls like me who put on makeup every single day almost, then you'd want to protect your skin. So my skin, even if I wash off all of this, the foundation and everything, it still looks, pretty good, I hope. And so, I just really need to emphasize, you need really good skincare products. Now, after you wash your face and everything, you need a good base. Usually I would say if you're on a tight budget, any moisturizer. Like any moisturizer will do the trick. Especially use sunscreen, but unfortunately my skin is really sensitive, so I need an actual base. So a base product that I would recommend is this one here. It's called Le Blanc, and it's by Chanel. I'll just show you. I'm so sorry, this is back to front. That's so annoying. It's a really good base. It pretty much just whitens your face and just smooths out, redness. If your skin goes red a lot, I recommend this. Base. I think it's wonderful. It really gives that flawless complexion when you put on the foundation. Cool. So the second step, after you've done this, I actually put on concealer. I use concealer because I've been studying a lot, because I'm Asian, and I get these huge eye bags. Like, I'm pretty sure you can still see them, but I don't want to look like a zombie, so I put on concealer. And a concealer that I recommend, depending on your price range. So if you have like a smaller budget, I recommend one by Misha. It's this Korean brand, and it's this little bottle, which I'll go get right now because I didn't get it before. Okay, so pretty much it's this little bottle here, right? And you just twist it and you apply it on. So this one's really easy to use. I haven't used much of it. It's still pretty much new, but that's only because I recently bought this other one. It's by Lancome, and I've used this, and this one works better for me. That's because my skin is mixed, which means I have oily and dry skin. So if you have oily and dry skin, I recommend using this. I think it's such a wonderful product. And it seems like a small bottle, but each time, you don't use that much. You use like a rice grain size, or or less. So you don't use that much. Don't use too much concealer. The problem with if you use too much concealer is it will start wrinkling, because it's too thick. Just apply a really generous but gentle small amount. Cool. So after all of that is done, I usually actually put on foundation, and I've used this foundation for 3-4 years. It has never failed me. This is the best foundation out there, in my opinion, and I recommend you using it. So this one is by Dior, and it's the Forever foundation. It is so wonderful. It's so easy to use. It's a pumping bottle. I just love it. You don't even need to use that much. One pump can do your entire face. It gives that natural look. I hate foundations that make it look like you're wearing a freaking cake on your face. I think this foundation, it's really natural, and it does do coverage very well, which means if you've got because I have a pimple right here, but you can't see it because of my lovely concealer and foundation. Okay, so moving on. The next thing I would say is important is obviously eyeliner. So I've if you're a beginner, I recommend using pencil liner. So pencil liner, you know, the Body Shop is good, you know, I think L'Oreal was actually pretty good. I'm not such a huge fan of Maybelline, just because research has shown that Maybelline products, especially their color product, like, you know, eyeshadow, lipstick, whatever, they have the most chemicals, so inside, you know, using, and like, it's just, it's not good for you. Like, makeup isn't good for you already, but using Maybelline just seems to be, you know. So what I use for eyeliner is, I now use MAC, and it's actually a gel liner, and it's a little small bottle, but it lasts like forever. I do not recommend using this unless you are, you know, you've used liquid for ages. So you need to kind of like go up this like level rank. So you know, if you're like beginning, like you're like a little noob, you start with like the pencil, and then you take a step up, and when you level up, right, you can move on to the liquid, and then once you level up from there, you can go on to the gel. And I just dropped this, okay. And a good brush would be any brush. Actually, I don't think brushes are that important, but the brushes I use is this small brush by MAC, and the reason I like using small brushes is because you can get thinner lines, like so. So thinner lines, you know, more natural. If you want to use a thick brush, you can, I don't know, you can do whatever you want. And then after that, I use a powder foundation. Now, why, you may be asking, why would you use a liquid and powder? Well, that's because if you're going out for like a whole day, powder tends to give you a more finished look. If you use liquid, what will happen is throughout the day, the sun, the rain, and the wind, and you're gonna not look as good. And powder retouch up is really bad. Like you can't, you know, touch up at like 1 p.m. and just like put more on, because what about your blush and everything else? Like, you'll just cover it up, and I mean, liquid is just so hard to, you know, to touch up with. But if you use powder, you can touch up so easily. And the powder that I love is this one by Clinique. This is my second time buying this, because usually with makeup products, I like trying new things and finding one that works best. But when I found the best, like the liquid, I tend to go back to it. So this is the powder, and it's just so lovely. It's so easy to use, and I do not use a sponge for powder. I think sponges gives you such a thick look. I use a brush, and I have you know, just buy a brush set and just like put it on. I'll do brush reviews in another video, because brushes are quite important, so I won't go into much detail on that. And then after I put on my powder foundation, I don't have it on right now. What I have on now is concealer. I've got the base, concealer, foundation, eyeliner. That's all I have on right now. I haven't really finished my makeup. I was doing my makeup, and I thought, oh, I'm going to do a product review. So I just sat down on my laptop and I'm talking. Anyways, I think the next thing that you need to do is blush. Now, I don't know where my Dior blush is. It's the one that I use most. But I've got one here, and it's by Chanel as well. This is a pretty good blush. And what it is if you want a cuter look, go for a really pink blush. But if you want a face slimming, because I've got a lot of baby fat, if you want a face slimming look, I would recommend getting an orangey, you know, orangey toned blush. This is because if you want a cute look, what you do is, okay, pretend this is my brush, okay, and then you just like, you apply it here, and you go up, and you apply here, right? This is what you do for like a cute look. You apply here, just above your cheekbone. This just lifts your whole face up, and it looks really cute, and you like do a little swirl here, and a little swirl here. But if you want a face slimming look, which is with this orange blush that I have, you go around here, and you come down, and you just do this, and you put the orange blush here. Okay. So once that is done, I don't actually usually put on eyeshadow, but when I do, I like going for more natural looks, or more plain and simple. I'm not really one for big, bold colors. For that, I would recommend you watching some of Mika's videos. I think she does color beautifully. I think she does it really well. But the last thing is lipstick. I use lipstick because it will last longer. And the one to recommend is this one by Dior. But that is all for the interview for the video for now. And please like, comment, share, whatever. Love you guys. Mwah.